What's up, everybody? This is Ruben here, SPORTS-REUBEN-LIFE. Another episode of my show here, two-part show. First part's on YouTube, second part's on Facebook. Every single day, Monday through Sunday, 7 days a week. There's two shows. Check them out. On this episode, I'm going to be talking about the real winners of the Logan Paul versus KSI 2 fight that's going to be happening at the Staples Center on November 9th, right? So that fight, although the Logan Paul and KSI fight is going to be entertaining, but they are not experienced boxers, right? But where you're going to see some real boxing, and the reason why you should tune in is you have Billy Joe Saunders, who hits his first time fighting in the United States. He's 28-0. He has a huge opportunity. It's like, who gets the biggest stage? Who gets to fight at the Staples Center on their first fight in the United States as a champion, right? He's like skipping the line a whole bunch. Then you have Devin Haney. Devin Haney is the same thing, right? He's getting an opportunity to fight in front of millions of people, right? On a giant stage. And although he's 18-0 and he's accomplished, he's not there yet. But he has an opportunity to have a lot of people learn his name. Both of them have a huge opportunity to show what they can do. But you all have to be an entertainer / boxer, right? That's the name of the game. The reason why Logan Paul and KSI are going to sell out the Staples Center is because their personalities, they're entertainers. Them being entertainers is helping them do well, right? It's helping them develop these draws where the first fight, so 22,000 tickets, this fight's going to sell out, right? There's only 5,000 seats left, 5,000 tickets left, reported like a day before. So it's not like they can't sell tickets. If you only have 5,000 left, that means you sold 15,000 already, right? So that being said, all these celebrities are going to be there. A lot of media attention is going to happen. Heck, people are making videos about it. Devin Haney, Billy Joe Saunders, they're experienced champion boxers. They are going to be on a giant stage. Eddie Hearn knew what he was doing. He legitimized this whole fight thing. If it wasn't for Eddie Hearn, half the people would have tuned in to this Logan Paul KSI thing. Now you have regular boxing fans. Now you have boxing fans from overseas going to tune into this thing. I would suspect that this is going to be one of the bigger fights, viewership-wise. Aside from if you take out Canelo from the mix, this is going to be a real giant event in terms of viewership, right? Internet, the DAZN app, I'm sure it's going to be streamed illegally, but you have a huge opportunity for people to see these people perform. So that's the huge winners right there. Billy Joe Saunders and Devin Haney, they're fighting opponents that they should win, they should beat, right? Logan Paul, KSI, they're going to fight. It's going to be entertaining. I'm sure it's going to be tremendous. I'm sure it's going to be a situation where there's going to be something to that fight. But chances are the person that's going to lose, the person that loses, is never going to fight again. The person that wins, chances are won't fight again, right? It all depends. These guys are entertainers. They're not really boxers. Now, they've taken it seriously and they train, and it's going to be entertaining. They already had one go at it. This is their second go at it. They make way more money being entertainers, and boxers, it takes a serious level of commitment to do that, right? So the boxers that start off with that's all they have, and all you have to do is have a small level of distraction, and the boxers start falling off. So that's the whole thing with that, is that if you look at how boxers kind of lose their spark, is because of distraction level. So you take an entertainer like Logan Paul and KSI, their distraction level's way higher. They're already entertainers. They're already millionaires. They're already multimillionaires. There's no purpose in them fighting. They did it because they love doing it. It's a very compelling situation. The money was right. It's been promoted correctly. They've done a bunch of things to hype up the fight. They've bookended the fights with 2 championship fights. Billy Joe Saunders and Devin Haney it's a reason for a traditional boxing fan to go watch that fight. If you want to see good fights, that's it right there. Can Billy Joe Saunders break into the U.S. and make a name for himself, right? Can Devin Haney do well enough to possibly get a fight with Ryan Garcia? Can he do all that stuff, right? Those are fights that have real boxing world implications, and they have the ability to do something where they get a name for themselves. Devin Haney especially, he needs it the most. Billy Joe Saunders can go overseas and go fight again and sell out arenas, right? Because he's well known over there. He's 28-0. He's an undefeated fighter. He's very good. The question is, have they taken advantage of it? And part of me says no, because there hasn't been a whole bunch of hype on there. I don't think necessarily DAZN has promoted this correctly, but I don't know if DAZN was strictly relying on the draw of Logan Paul and KSI, right? If they strictly relied on that draw, then they promoted it correctly. But you see very few places where Billy Joe Saunders and Devin Haney are mentioned as if you needed a reason. If you're a regular boxing fan and you need a reason to watch that, there's your reasons. Devin Haney, Billy Joe Saunders, they're not fighting each other. They're going to both fight respectively for their belts, with their belts. So it's going to be a tremendous night. You should go check it out. But those are the real winners of this whole situation here. Logan Paul, KSI, they have their following. They're going to draw a lot of attention to it. Billy Joe Saunders, Devin Haney, here's your shot. You're up. Make a name for yourself, right? Just like I always talk about in the UFC, you have to take advantage of an opportunity. If you have a giant platform and you have no following and you're on a card where it packs the seats, here's your opportunity to not steal other people's fans, but to make those fans your fans too. And the more fans you have, the bigger draw you have, the more you sell out, the bigger your contract is. Plain and simple. A lot of people, we're just going to go back and I'll refer you a good example, Mayweather. A lot of people liked him, but just as many people wanted to see him lose, and he put seats in the, he filled the arena up with people that liked him and wanted to see him lose. Plain and simply. That's just the way it worked. So they wanted to see him lose. They wanted to see him get defeated. But what happened was he didn't lose. He ended up undefeated, and he was a very polarizing character, but he was an entertainer. He was very entertaining in the way he did his press conferences, his releases, the way he fought, the whole night. His personality, he was so entertaining that he made those giant checks. Anyways, check it out. Tell me what you think. This video is a little bit shorter than all the rest, but I wanted to get my point out. So check it out. Tell me what you think. Who do you think is going to win the fight? Billy Joe Saunders versus his opponent. You think Billy Joe Saunders and Devin Haney are both going to win their prospective fights, keep their belts, and keep it going for them? Are they going to be able to springboard and build off of what they did? That's going to be the huge story there. Logan Paul, KSI. I already talked about it in 2 other videos. Thanks for watching. Bye.